Hello, everyone, and welcome to Geeks at the Movies, and me and Jacobs. I'm Joey. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Geeks at the Movies. My name is Joey Lacasse, and this is Jacob Desitels, and welcome back to our weekly review of Flash. Now, this week was a Flash Arrow crossover, so what we're going to do is we're going to review both episodes in one episode. We're going to review the Flash episode, then we're going to review the Arrow episode, which we personally both liked better.
Yep.
So, let's start with the Flash, since that aired first. Jacob, take us in.
Okay, so it starts off with this new villain, Vandal Savage, being taken off a boat, and guess what? He's a magician. He has magic powers.
Oh my god!
Something weird's going on.
Magic trick, he kills some guys!
He has some knives, a coat full of knives.
Yeah, and he just throws them
hey,
in
kids, wanna buy some knives? But then he
wanna buy some sundials?
But yeah, he kills all these people, and he's like, another sacrifice will be made soon.
Soon.
We find out what that means later in the episode.
Later on.
Barry's running fast.
But not fast enough, which is literally the plot of every Flash episode ever. Where he just has to run faster. Well, that's not true.
Yeah.
There are some that go through stuff that's not about running.
Yeah.
Zoom, the whole main plot of Season 1 and Season 2 is that he's not running fast enough, but not each individual episode.
Yeah.
Alright. So Cisco and Kendra go into a cafe.
And Cisco's like, a lot of stuff has gone down in this place.
Bound chicka whack wow.
And then they're like getting ready to have like this homemade dinner by Kendra, and then Vandal Savage just walks in.
He just shows up.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, I'm gonna kill you guys.
And Cisco's like, and he calls the Flash.
And he goes, Flash button. And then
Flash runs in.
He shows up. He's like, no.
No. And
then Vandal Savage is like, I'm gonna hit you with a knife. Ugh. And then Barry's like, no, you're not. He's like, oh, well. And then he leaves. So that was kind of...
Yeah.
He just kind of leaves.
He does that multiple times throughout the entire crossover.
So, since he used magic to try to attack them, they go to...
Star City.
Star City? Typo.
Yeah.
They go to Star City to get help from Ollie and the gang because of the thing that happened with Thea's soul.
Yeah, and they called in Constantine to help out Sarah after she came back.
Sarah!
Yeah.
And, kind of Thea.
Yeah, a little bit of Thea.
Kind of. A little bit of Thea. Mostly Sarah.
They just kind of ignored that whole issue in Arrow, but...
Okay.
Then this was the part that we...
So they're just talking. Okay, let me do this. Sorry. Okay, so they're just standing there and they're talking. They're like, man, this guy Vandal Savage, he showed up. He's like magic and stuff, but you know about it. Like you got help from Constantine. Like, can you get him again? And Oliver's like, oh no, he's off somewhere doing something. And then out of the corner of the room, the darkest corner of the room, of course, Malcolm Merlin just walks out. He's like, I think I can help you.
Just out of nowhere.
Just out of nowhere. Like, nobody called you, Malcolm. No one asked you for help.
Yeah,
he just walks in.
Does the Arrow cave?
I know your problem, and I'm here to help. But no one called you.
I think the Arrow cave needs some more security too, just like Star Lab.
Yeah. No. Cisco literally said they just have a revolving door.
Yeah.
That's always unlocked.
Yeah.
There's no security on it. He literally said that.
And then they have a party for some reason. I don't know why.
It's like a kind of get back together birthday party.
Except it's not a party.
Hangout. Hangout Flarrow Season 2.
Yeah. But they just, like, I don't know. They're like, oh shit, there's this guy trying to kill this woman. Let's have a party. But then...
they're having a get-together party to figure all that out.
They're getting drunk. That helps. But then, the best line in the entire crossover, Cisco goes, here's mad because my hair conditioner game is on point.
Because him and Ollie were having an argument about, I don't know
what they were having.
Something inconsequential.
Yeah.
But Cisco's like, my hair game's on point.
And then Savage just shows up again. He slips into the building, and then this is the part.
Doesn't he jump through the window?
Yeah. But this is
like he just Like, they're on, like, the 5th floor. Or, like, the top floor of this hotel or wherever they live. And Savage just goes, and he breaks through the window and he rolls in. He's like, I'm back.
And then, this is another part that I had a problem with. Barry just, instead of going and taking out Vandal Savage, he goes and grabs Ollie and Speedy, their bows and arrows. So then they can shoot them, and then nothing happens. Yeah. And then
he's like, I'm going to shoot you with the arrow. And he stops it with magic because he's a magician.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I'm going to hit you with another one. No, you're not. Oh, no.
And he throws all the knives at them, and Barry does the slow motion thing that was a lot like Quicksilver in Days of Future Past, where he goes and grabs all the knives. Then he gets hit by one.
Rip.
Through magic. But then...
Quicksilver.
Yeah, and then he gets... Then Vandal Savage gets thrown out the window, but he's not dead, surprisingly.
Yeah.
And then...
Surprise, surprise.
Then, another part... Just Cisco and Kendra is walking down the street, and Hawkman just comes out of fucking nowhere.
He's like, "Hey, I'm here to get you!"
And just grabs her out of thin air, and then they have a big fight. Oliver and Barry, they take him down.
So they tie him up.
This is another.
And they bring him back to the Arrow Cave, right? Yeah. And then he starts to regain consciousness, and we open in on the scene, right? And the camera's just on him, and he's like, waking up, and then it pans over. Everybody has their masks off.
Yeah. So he's like,
everyone in the room.
This guy that was just fighting them and trying to kill them, they're like, oh yeah, we'll show you our secret identities. Makes sense.
No, wait, we missed a part.
What part?
At the beginning with Kendra. After Cisco and Kendra. Cisco's like, hey, we're here. And he's like, oh, come on, Barry. And Barry's like, man. And she's like, oh my god, Barry, you're the Flash. That's so cool.
Yeah, that's right.
Because that happens so many times.
She finds out about everyone's secret identity in this episode.
Oh, everyone finds out about everyone's.
Yeah.
They just don't care.
And then Malcolm shows out of nowhere again.
He's like, I can help you guys. I know how to stop him. Again. Like they're just in like a secluded room, right? Yeah. Like it's not that big of a room, but there's like shadows on the wall, and Malcolm was just like standing there with like 5 of his henchmen, just waiting for them to say the right thing. Like, man, we need help. I can help you.
They were probably like all like scrunched up together, like in this corner.
Yeah, like holding onto the ceiling, lifting their legs up so no one sees their legs. Oh my god.
But then Hawkman explains what everything's about. He says that him and Kendra are soulmates. They're from ancient Egypt.
From Egypt.
And then Savage has killed them 206 times already. And each time, whatever.
Egyptian.
They just get reborn every single time.
And then they get their memory back, and then they get their wings, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Kendra doesn't have her wings.
And Savage is immortal.
So
he just goes in, tries to kill them every single time. But then...
So Hawkman pushes Kendra off a building.
Yes, but then it doesn't work. So Flash has to go and save her, and he's like, what the fuck, man? But then...
he's like, you're gonna get your wings now. And he just pushes her off the building. And they're like, no! And Barry's like, ah! And then later in the episode... They went to the top of the building, and Kendra's like, I'm going to jump off the building. And Cisco's like, no, don't, you can't. She's like, I have to try. And she jumps off, and she gets her wings, which is good so she doesn't die. But she goes and she does a loop-to-loop thing, and she lands back.
Yeah. And this all connects back to a previous episode where Cisco had a vibe. And
the vibe about...
her being Hawk
Girl.
Yeah. So then... We also learned that Savage is looking for the Staff of Horus, which for some reason is in a Christian church in Central City. So then he goes there, and Barry and Oliver follow him. They get their asses kicked. He gets away.
Oh. Because he's like magic Egypt.
Yeah. And
boom!
And there was this side plot throughout the entire episode of Caitlin and Wells trying to get this serum made. He's going to give Barry a boost.
To Mach 6. Yeah. So that he can take out Zoom. And everyone's like, no.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Then guess who walks into the Star Labs? P. Spivot.
Yep.
And she's like,
hey, you're Dr. Wells.
Hey, you're Wells! Boom! And she shoots him in the heart. The lung.
Shoots him. Yeah.
She's like, oh my god!
And then Jay, who's the main guy against the serum,
because he's back.
Yeah, again.
Because he made another speed cannon or something to shoot himself back through the portal.
Yeah, I don't know. But then...
Hopefully they'll explain that.
Kane's like, you have to take it so you can save Wells, the guy that you hate most in the world.
Phase your hand through his chest to get the bullet out, which I don't really understand. How can he move, like, if you move so fast to move your hand through something, how could you grab something inside it? Because you'd have to materialize your hand.
I know, it doesn't make any sense. But he does it, he saves
well. He saves it. He's alive. Guess who Oliver sees in the cafe in Central City?
Something I was really excited about. He sees his son and his past lover. Oh shit!
From season 2 of Arrow.
Yeah, they finally brought that back. Yeah,
was that in 2?
Yeah, season 2.
Yeah, flashback, because Oliver's mom paid her $1 million to say, hey, tell him you had a miscarriage and move to Central City, and I'll give you a lot of money.
Yeah.
And now, don't talk to him.
Alright, now before we get on to the Arrow episode, I just wanted to say some critical things about this episode.
Yes.
I didn't like it. It was the first episode of season 2 of The Flash that I didn't...
It's the first episode of Flash that I didn't like.
Yeah.
Because honestly, it was more of a season 3 Arrow kind of episode.
Yeah, and for me...
Rather than Flash.
Yeah, for me, it just felt like a jumbled mess. Like they tried to cram so much in there.
So much happened in this episode. They should have split it up.
It would have been better if they hadn't even had the whole Wells thing in there. If they had just cut that out. Because both in Arrow and the Flash episode, they put in things that were just for the shows themselves. Yeah. And it wouldn't be if they just focused on the crossover element of it. But now...
So, the title of the episode of Flash was Legends of Today.
Yes.
Today. And the title of the episode of Arrow was Legends of Yesterday.
Because this all connects to the future show Legends of Tomorrow. Which is coming
out. But also, the Arrow... So, Flash, say that's the day. That's today.
Yes.
Right? Arrow airs the night after Flash, so it was the Legends of Yesterday, which was Flash, which was the day before. That was cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
And they go into that a little bit more, the reason why it's called Yesterday.
Yeah.
Because something happened in the episode. But it starts off with something I'm going to get into at the end of this episode. We see Carter and Kendra and Ancient Egypt in their first lives.
Yeah.
They're talking.
Save rent for later, quote unquote.
Yes. Then we see the Flarrow crew on the farm.
On a farm! And was it Cisco? He's like, man, you know what? I think I've seen this in a movie somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Direct reference to Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Yeah.
Because they're on a farm. Because Hawkeye has another family.
Yeah.
I don't...
And Hawk Girl.
That's funny.
But anyways...
Laurel's there, because she wasn't in the episode of Flash at all. Yeah. Everyone else was in the episode, because they were in Star City. They were in the Arrow Cave.
Yeah.
Everyone was there but Laurel.
Yeah.
We don't even know... they never even mention her.
They mentioned
in
Lance.
The first episode.
They mentioned Captain Lance in the episode, but they don't mention Laurel at all.
Yeah, Laurel has 2 lines in the episode of Arrow, and that's it.
Yeah, it was great. I loved it.
She only says 2 things.
And then Oliver confronts his baby mama. That was the thing I was talking about in the Arrow episode that was just for Arrow. But then she's like, no, it's not your son. Just
blah, blah, blah.
Go away. And then...
Give me his hat back. And then Oliver's like, I got a hair.
What are you going to do about
But I got a hair, though. Yeah. That hair, though. So then, Oliver Malcolm, because he's back again, because guess what? He knows how to kill Savage.
Yeah.
Oliver, Malcolm, and Flash are going to negotiate with Savage. So they're going to try not to fight.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That's awesome.
And then Flash goes on the way there. He sees himself running, which means he's going to go back in time.
The after side image thing of himself running next to him through the city, which happened in the episode. What was the title of that episode? In season 1 of Flash, it was the mid-season finale.
Yeah.
It was the one where he actually went back in time and he saw himself running through the city at the beginning of the episode, and everyone was like, "What's gonna happen?" And then he did it. But so he sees that again. So that's like, so I was just like, "Whoa."
That means he's gonna go back in time.
He's gonna go back in time in this episode.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen? How's he gonna do it? Why is he gonna go back in time? Let's keep watching and find out.
And then the negotiations don't go so well, and Savage still wants to kill Kendra and Carter. He's like, give them to me by the end of the day. And they're like, okay.
Because Egypt.
Yeah.
So then Barry confronts Cisco about having seen himself ghosted.
He's like, don't say it. You're gonna mess everything up.
He's like, don't.
And then he does.
Don't even go there.
Then he does.
I don't want to die again.
And then he tries to explain. He's like, my head hurts. And then
Kendra trains with Carter. Da-da-da.
And then
getting stronger.
The biggest bullshit happens.
Funky music.
They should have had a training montage. But then the biggest piece of bullshit happens. Laurel shows him. He's like, hey, I found this Betamax tape that might help us out.
That's a cassette tape, like for a cassette player. like from like the 1990s.
Yeah, it's more of like a VHS tape, but I don't know.
That's what I meant. VHS tape.
Yeah, we're not
for the TV in the 90s. So they don't have. They're like, oh man, that's like from the 90s. We can't play that. Felicity's like, beep boop bop
on her laptop.
Laptop, I got it.
There's no app or anything like that can make it so you can play.
No, you can't even just. It can't even be near the computer in a VHS tape and have you move it over.
You need a VHS player to play.
It can't
VHS
just
tape.
Like, oh hey, this bell. I'm gonna make that sound come out of my mouth. I got it.
Holy shit!
Like no
magic.
Ah, Felicity.
Then we see a guy, I can't remember what his name is, but in the Legends of Tomorrow trailer, we actually see a building named after him. So I'm guessing we're going to see him again in Legends of Tomorrow. And he gives them some helpful information about who Savage is and like what they can do to stop him. But then Oliver, he gets his son, he doesn't know it was his son at the time, but he gets his son's hair tested.
He gets the sample back from Barry.
Well, he gives the paper to, we don't know where he got it tested, but he gives the paper to Barry. And he's like, and then Barry hides it. Felicity walks in. He's like, "What was that?" And he's like, "Nothing."
Barry's like, "I don't know." Felicity's like, "I know you're hiding something." He's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, show it to me." He's like, "No." She's like, "Show it to me." He's like, "Okay." Here you go.
Yeah.
I don't know what this means though. And Felicity's like, "I know what this means. I know exactly what this means."
It's a piece of hair. But then,
oh no, because he said Oliver had me do a DNA test, and she's like, "Hair sample? This dude's got a kid.
Yeah.
What's up?"
And then Ollie, then they had a lot of more of this in the episode, and the Flash had their Flash thing in the Flash episode. But I thought it worked a little bit better than it did in the Flash episode.
Yes.
So then he goes back to his baby mama. I have no idea what her name is. I'm sorry.
I don't think they said her name.
then he goes there, and then she's like, "You gotta, you can see your son. You can
see him, but you're my friend.
And you can't tell anyone or him." You can't
tell anyone at all.
Yeah.
So he can't tell Felicity, but Felicity knows. But he doesn't know that she knows.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And then he's like, I don't know. He saves it for later. He goes back, and Felicity's like, I know.
Yo! I saw it.
Yeah.
We done.
And they break up, maybe. It wasn't clear, but...
pretty much. Yeah. But Barry's going to travel back in time, so that's probably not going to happen.
Yeah. And Cisco makes this magnetic gauntlet to grab the staff from Savage, so like, I don't know, magic science.
Magic, magnet.
Yeah. And we see them all...
Magnet hand.
And we see them all suited up. Kendra has her Hawkgirl costume on for the first time.
But she can't actually fight.
Yeah, she can't get her wings going for some reason.
Yeah, like, she needs the surge of fear and adrenaline. to get
and then
the wings out.
The best part of the episode, Savage kicks their asses and kills everybody.
Everyone!
We see all of our characters that we love and hate die.
And Ollie and Barry, they have the staff and they're trying to stop him. And Ollie's like, "I'll help you." And Barry's like, "No, don't." He's like, "You can run away. You can make it, Barry." And then Barry runs away. And then it shows Ollie, his body just like lights up on fire and just burns away.
Yeah, it's basically like a nuclear explosion just going out entire city. And then he runs away, goes back in time. It was awesome. And then now he's back all the way back at the beginning of the episode when they were negotiating with Savage. Then like things go on like how they normally did at first, and then Ollie's like, "Yo, Barry, what's wrong?" And he's like,
and then he's like, I went back in time, but I can't tell you." And Ollie's like, "No, you're gonna tell me."
Yeah.
Barry's like, "No, but it's gonna mess up everything. It's gonna make everything worse." He's like, "No."
And then he's like,
"We're gonna fix it, Barry. Yeah. Don't tell me no."
And he's like, "Also, you're somebody's father."
He's like, "Yeah, you have a kid." And Oliver's like, "Okay," because Oliver kind of thought that. Yeah. He already was. But Barry confirmed it before he even got the sample.
And Barry was telling him so his head would be clear during the battle with Savage.
Yes, so he wouldn't be wondering about it, and because he had the fight with Felicity before the fight with Savage,
and that messed him up a little bit too.
So now he's not going to get the DNA test, so Felicity's not going to see the test sample, so that she's not going to know. So then they're not going to fight. Yeah, which is going to help Ollie.
Yeah, and then Cisco helps Kendra to remember her first life.
He gives her a speech.
Yeah, and then he goes back. We go back in time to the first life, and then
in Egypt.
Yes, in Egypt, and then Savage kills them for the first time.
It's
He kills
like-
Kendra and Carter.
I think Carter was a prince and she was a priestess, and they were like
They couldn't be lovers.
in love.
Yeah, but they
they
couldn't.
couldn't be lovers. And I think maybe Savage was.
He was just some guy.
I think he was like. Was he in a relationship with Kendra?
I think he was the guy that'd be in line to marry her.
Yeah, I think
like
they had something going on that I think they would have had a relationship or something going on.
Yeah.
And then he gets pissed and he kills him.
Yeah, and then there's these sky rocks that are coming down. They destroy
Sky rocks,
Yeah.
aka meteors.
Yeah, they destroy the palace, and it turns what's his name, Savage immortal, and it makes Kendra and Carter so they
It
get
makes them
reborn.
be able to respawn.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, that's basically what it
They
means.
respawn, but they get born and they grow up and they look exactly the way they did when they died the first time.
Yeah, and then
Which is like, hey, you look like this person. You look a lot like this person, and then you look at pictures like you weren't alive at the same time, but you really look similar.
Yeah.
But you're not related at all.
Yeah.
Oh wait, let me get a picture. Oh, you are the same person. You look exactly the same for 206 lifetimes because they
Yes.
grew up in every single one and they were adults.
yeah, and they eventually remember. Then Savage goes and kills them because
Yeah.
he needs to kill them to keep making him immortal.
Make himself like to rebuff the immortality.
Yeah, yeah.
Thing
That's-
to keep himself living on and not dying.
Yeah, it's basically what happens. Then we get the mention of Nth Metal, which is from the comics, and it directly connects to Hawk Girl and all those characters.
The letter N.
And then Felicity's like, oh yeah, it's in that we have some in that museum. And the Flash just runs back, and he has some in his hand. And then Cisco incorporates it into the gauntlet, so it'll make it easier to grab the gauntlet.
Yeah, because Oliver was like, "Hey, Cisco," because he knows everyone dies at this point. He's like,
Yeah.
"Cisco, you gotta make sure that works." And Cisco's like, "I don't work." He's like, "No, but you gotta like make sure." I got a bad feeling. And Cisco's like, "Dude, I know what I'm doing," but
Yeah.
clearly not because he didn't get the gauntlet to work the first time.
Yeah.
So good.
And then then they go back to all fight Savage, and they're all there this time. They brought,
All of them.
Yeah.
Well, because in the first time they actually fought Savage, Barry and Oliver were like, no one else is gonna get hurt. It's just gonna be us.
Yeah.
That's why everyone dies, but it was just Oliver in the building. Barry and Oliver in the building. Now everyone's there because they're like, oh hey, we're all superheroes. Let's all help.
Well, it was Barry,
Yeah.
Oliver, and then the Hawk people. But then now it's
Oh yeah,
the entire Flarrow team.
everyone.
And there's another thing that I didn't write down, but Laurel pops out and she does her scream. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah. She just shows up. She's like, ah,
and
and that's it.
Yeah.
Like she just does the motion for it, which I don't like that. I don't like the face that she makes.
Well, she can't do an actual hypersonic.
Well, no, but it's like edit out the part of the audio where she's actually screaming, but have her actually scream. It just looks like she's imitating a scream.
Maybe she is true.
It honestly looks like she's just imitating it, and she's trying to get it to look like she's screaming. Like,
Yeah. But yeah,
I just don't like the way it looks.
then the end of the episode, Barry grabs the staff with the gauntlet.
He just grabs it.
It works this time. And then
Magnets.
Him and Ollie,
future.
they just fucking disintegrate Savage.
They just blow him up with the gauntlet.
He turns
They're
into
like,
sand.
boom!
Yeah.
And then he's just a little pile of ashes.
Yeah. And
which
then,
we're going to revisit later.
Yes. And then Kendra breaks up with Cisco. It was sad. Because
She's like, I gotta be an Egyptian.
Yeah, I gotta
be a hawk as well.
Yeah. That doesn't work.
I'm gonna go fly away and do stuff with Carter. Not like stuff.
Eventually they'll do stuff probably. But,
Don't. That,
yeah, but now he has a chance with Golden Glider. You remember? Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, I don't know. So Oliver decides to take up the baby mama's deal and not tell Felicity.
And he spends some quality time with his son, and he has a fight with the Flash action figure
and Captain Cold.
Yeah.
The action figures.
And then he doesn't tell Felicity. Then the end credit scene. I
Guess who shows up?
Again.
It's Merlin.
Fourth time.
And he shows up. He just has a little bottle. Yeah. Wait, no. Merlin said he could help him the entire time, and he wasn't even there.
Yeah. Yeah. He wasn't there at the end.
He wasn't even there. No, he wasn't even there during the fight.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I meant.
He's like, I know how to beat him. I can help you. And then he's not there.
Maybe he knew that they were all gonna die.
Well, whatever.
Yeah.
So Merlin just shows up with a little bottle. He's like, scooping up the ashes. He's like, you owe me one, buddy.
Yeah, he knows Savage obviously, and he wants him to come back to life for some reason. I don't maybe
come back to life, or he wants to inherit powers or something.
Maybe he wants to keep being immortal because remember I believe assassins are in charge of the Lazarus Pit, and
the Lazarus Pit got destroyed.
Yeah, so maybe
then Sarah came back.
Maybe he wants a different way to become immortal again, and maybe Savage can give that to him.
Because he kills already.
Yeah.
To keep his life going, so
that's
not changing.
I like this episode a lot more than
so
the Flash
much better.
episode. Which was surprising. It's the first episode where I liked an Arrow episode more than a Flash episode in season 3.
Yeah.
But
there was just so much character development.
Yeah.
That they lacked in all 3 seasons of Arrow.
Yes, they actually had Dark Ollie come back. Remember, he was
Dolly.
Yeah. He was actually you actually got to see that season 1 Ollie again, which I want them to revisit. I don't like the whole relationship Ollie where he's trying to maintain this relationship with Felicity. I don't like. I want that season 1.
We have predictions of what's going to happen at the end of the season with Felicity. Because of the scene in the first episode where Oliver was visiting the grave from in the future.
Yeah. we know that someone is going to be in that grave.
We have predictions. We know somebody's going to die, but we don't know who it is. But we're guessing that it's going to be Felicity.
All right, now here's my rant, which I want to get to.
It's
about ancient Egypt.
Egypt.
Okay, so Kendra, she's Hawkgirl.
Hawkgirl.
They got a black actress to play her.
Wings.
And
I know the rant now.
Carter, he's a white guy.
She is very accurately casted.
Yeah.
Into the role of an Egyptian.
Yeah, Hawkgirl, Hawkman, Carter, he's a white guy. Cool, it's all cool.
It seemed like he had some ethnic background to him,
maybe,
at least. So it's not as accurate, but it's a lot closer.
Let me do it right. But then they're both from fucking ancient Egypt, and one's white. Okay, so I just hate how the studios keep doing this where they cast white actors as Africans to play. I just don't understand it. I don't get it. And they actually made a right move with Kendra. They're like, oh yeah, let's get a black actress to play her. And then you see that scene back in ancient Egypt. She's one of 2 black people in the entire scene when they're in the palace. Doesn't make any sense at all.
And guess what? Everyone else was white.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But that being said, after I looked past that and got past my initial shock and rage of that, I actually liked this episode.
Yes. I thought Arrow was much better than the Flash one. Just because the Flash, it was too jumbled up, but it skipped too many things, and there wasn't any development at all for anything. And Arrow actually delves into Oliver's feelings, I think.
Yeah.
And he is a kid, and he has to decide. He's like, do I want to keep this from Felicity, or do I want to get to know my kid?
Yeah. I don't know
what to do.
Yeah, I don't know if this was the right episode to put that in, but it definitely felt like it gelled.
It worked.
Yeah, it worked. But the both episodes of Flash and Arrow, they were just we need something that makes it feel like a Flash episode, and we need something that makes it feel like an Arrow episode, and one just worked better than the other.
Yeah.
Maybe they had a crossover of writers, and that's why Flash felt
the Arrow writers went to the Flash episode, and the Flash writers went to the Arrow episode. That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, but why it felt just...
Because Flash is a much better written show than Arrow.
Yes, it is. And so
post season 2 of Arrow.
Yes. And then,
because the same writers went over.
Something like that happened.
Sorry, Barry.
Yeah. So overall, I like this crossover as a whole.
Yes.
I just definitely like the second part better. And that's how it should be. The finale should be the best part.
I like how they were connected.
Yes, it was very connected. More
because
so.
I don't think they've done that before.
They did. They had a connected crossover in season 1, but it wasn't as connected. They had the whole thing with Captain Boomerang in the Arrow episode, and they had something else in the Flash episode, but it was still connected.
Well, yeah, it was connected, but it was directly. This episode was a sequel to the other episode.
Yeah, and they were calling it I forget it was called Heroes Unite. That's what CW was calling this mashup. So I liked it. Go check it out. Go check it out if you haven't seen it.
It was amazing. Go check it out.
It's a really good.
Go on Hulu.
Yes.
Go on the internet. Go on somewhere because I know it's out there.
Yeah, it's on.
And I know you guys want to watch it because you're watching this.
Yeah, so you shouldn't be watching this. You haven't seen it yet.
Well,
I know some people
I
don't
don't
care
know.
about spoilers, but
For the people that haven't watched the episode, go check it out.
yeah,
Hit that like button, pause the video,
yeah,
and go check it out, and then come back and watch this again if you want
And
to.
then-
If you don't want to, that's fine.
and then hit the subscribe.
If you want to watch the video, then watch the episode, that's fine. If you want to watch the episode, then watch the video. This is the end of the video, so you did it wrong.
You did something
Go
wrong.
back in time, make yourself pause it, then watch the episode, and then come back.
Yeah. All right. So we liked it.
It was wonderful.
We hope you like it.
Wonderful. We hope you liked everything. We hope you liked everything we did.
Yeah.
Let us know. My name is Joey Lacasse.
Jacob Desitoes.
Goodbye.